Hi everybody, I'm just checking in today. I wanted to show you two things. One, how to mix AzaSol and Eco-Mite Plus to get rid of aphids, and two, to show you these aphids that I have on my carrots and parsley. It's actually quite embarrassing because I've been neglectful. I haven't been paying attention to them except to water, and I started looking a little closely, and as you can see, oh, look at the big guy crawling. Go up a little bit. There he is. Ugh. So they're slow movers, but they have, they can have multiple lifespans, and they actually have live births, which is quite disgusting too. And then if you notice on the ground, there's all those little light colored kind of specks. Those are like their shells, or that's probably not the right word, but basically they like slough off their skin kind of thing. So they are all over the place, and so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we really spray everything down, because we need to make contact with them with the Eco-Mite Plus in order to knock them down. And then the reason we're going to use AzaSol is that will act up as a follow-up and help with any of the aphids that we missed. And AzaSol acts as an insect growth regulator. So what it's going to do is it's going to stop them from feeding, reproducing, and any thing going to the next stage of life. So we're going to try to nuke them down pretty good here. So I'm going to do some mixing. I've got a 32-ounce spray bottle, and what we're going to do is add a little bit of water, and now I'm going to add some AzaSol. And so in this 0.25 ounce size that I have here, there's a little 1/4 teaspoon scoop. And so what I need is 1 to 4 of these scoops in a 32-ounce bottle. So because I have such a problem, if I was being preventative, I would just use 1. But because I have an infestation, I'm going to use 4. So kind of just try to make it as level as possible, and then dump that in. So that's 1, 2, 3. And one thing that's good to do with AzaSol, because it's so lightweight and powdery, it's like kind of like the consistency of flour, is you try to do your mixing inside if you can. You don't really want to be out in the wind where it just could blow away. All right, so there's my 4. Put that back on. And then now I'm going to add a little more water. I'm going to put this on, and this is one of the easiest ways to mix AzaSol, is instead of trying to like stir it up, is just give it a little shake. And it's a little tricky to see, but for the most part, take a look at it, and it looks like everything's gone into solution. Now that I've added the AzaSol, I can add in Eco-Mite Plus. And so on this one, don't mind the mock-up label here. Normally looks a little nicer. I'm just going to give this a little bit of shake, because this has oils and extracts in it, and so they do separate a little bit. So now that I've kind of made sure that that's all consistently mixed, I'm going to open up this side here, and this is where I can measure. So it also, once again, it's hard to see, but we've got a 1/2 ounce and a 1/4 ounce measurement. So I'm going to go with 2 ounces today. So I'm going to squeeze that. Actually, I think I might only need 1, but we'll go with 2. So there's 1/2 ounce. Squeeze. So easy to measure. I love this feature on this. And the benefit to using the concentrate versus the ready to use, which I have here, is that you can decide what concentration you want to use. So once again, if you have an infestation, you can go with a higher rate. And if you are just being preventative, you can go with a lower rate. So, all right, sorry. Let me get some water in this, finish filling this up. And the reason it's important to mix AzaSol before Eco-Mite Plus is you want to make sure that the AzaSol gets dissolved in the water and combines with the water versus combining with the oils. So we'll get this on nice and tight. Give this a little bit of a swirl. All right, and now we're gonna come on over and we are gonna nuke these guys. So basically it's important, I'm gonna kind of change the spray so that I'm not just knocking them off. There. Oh, or not. All right, so we got a little more of a mist here. And so what I wanna make sure I do is that I cover as much of the plant as possible. And because if I miss them, it's not going to have an effect that I want. And then basically once this dries, the aphids will also dry out. So this Eco-Mite Plus acts as a desiccant. Basically it will dry it out, dry the insects out, as well as smother. So the oil in there is going to smother them. Ugh, yuck. Ugh. So I probably mixed a little more than I needed to. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go inside and spray a lot of my houseplants too, because I'm on the front porch, screened-in porch right now, and this is really, I don't have any problems on my plants inside, but it can't hurt, just in case I ever bring anything in with me. Oh, look at, they're all over the parsley here. So gross. And then just in case, I'm gonna get the rest of the plants here, make sure I've got everything covered, and hopefully no more aphids. If I do see any, what I'll do is I'll come back in a few days and give everything another spray. All right, let's see one more last look at them. No, nobody's moving around anymore, are they? All right, and if they are, I'm gonna get them. That guy's moving, isn't he? Let's get him. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great day.